This is the drive home with
Zac
and TT for the Millwall drive home. Driving home from the Den, where it finished. Millwall 1.
Sheffield Wednesday 0.
Not sure how it only finished 1-0 to be honest, but yeah, Sheffield Wednesday bang in trouble, and you can see that. Although absolute fair play to the fans coming down on a Wednesday night. Massively difficult supporting your team when things are like they are. So yeah, credit to their fans. Unfortunately, the boys on the pitch just they're not championship level. I think that's one way, the only way to put it. If we had any kind of finishing, we'd have won the game quite comfortably. Saying that, Sheffield Wednesday had a couple of chances, which just shows you, every team in the championship is dangerous. But yeah, Mill pick up all 3 points. Zac's not been well for a couple of days, so we were lucky to get him out. How are you feeling now?
Got a sore throat from shouting at the ref, but other than that, I'm alright.
Oh, you're good, you're getting there. What was your temperature yesterday? Was it like 39?
39, yeah.
Yeah, 39 degrees. It certainly went 39 degrees in the Den. It was a chilly one. I think it was just above 3 or 4. I think it's 3 or 4 degrees. If you don't mind, stick a like on the video. Put your comments down below. Obviously, we were at Portsmouth, but we went on the train, so we didn't record a video. It would have been a difficult one. We were really woeful, really woeful at Pompey. They thoroughly deserved all 3 points. But yeah, it was better today. Again, our injuries, there's no point in getting around it. It's almost a Mill reserve team. So many players out, and you get a few first team players come back on with, well, certainly with Aziz, and it's a difference maker. He's an absolute difference maker in the team.
Yeah,
just lifts everybody, lifts the crowds, and obviously he gets a goal. But we started with Crocombe in goal, a back four, a changed back four. It feels like every week we've got a different back four at the moment. But it was Tristan Crammer who was absolutely superb today. Taylor, I thought, grew into the game. It's probably the best performance I've seen of Taylor. He went for a red. Taylor and Cooper returning from suspension. Left back was Alfie Doty, who done well for the time that he was on the pitch. In front of them you had Kundal and Casper De Noor. Right side was Ballo. I think Ballo started right. Left was Imaku.
I'm not sure. I think Ballo and Negley kept changing.
Yeah, Ballo and Negley kept changing, one between the 10 and the right side. Left side was definitely Imaku and Ivanovic started up front. Quite a few chances in the game. Like I said, I felt most of the game we were the better side and always looked like the most likely to score a goal. We create a first chance from, like I said, the excellent Tristan Crammer, who I'm going to say was my man of the match, quite comfortably man of the match. I know he's got the official one, and you can say that he scored the goal, but Crammer was excellent. Certainly gallivanting down the right side. I feel like he's a little bit wasted at centre back, if I'm being completely honest, because he looks he looks so good going forward as a right back.
Yeah.
And he gives us so much more by doing it. And he's cut down the right. He's cut it back into Ballo, who's in a fantastic position. I don't know how. He's about 8 yards in the middle of the goal, and he just throws it straight at the goalkeeper. To be fair, the goalkeeper's kept the ball out the back of the net, but then it's somehow dropped back to him. He does really well in taking a touch and giving himself an opportunity to have another shot, and he should just place it like...
He could have done anything. To be fair, the one factor is he was on his weak foot, but it was not.
He just smashed it a goal, and it gets blocked and goes away. And from that, actually, Sheffield Wednesday had their best chance of the first half. Both big chances for us. Subsequently, there was a big chance for Sheffield Wednesday that they'll be disappointed. So, to be fair to this one, it was a good strike from outside the box. Was it Bannon?
No, it was their striker. I'm not sure who he is.
It takes a deflection, a wicked deflection. And Crocombe, who's been beat outside the box a few times in recent weeks, scrambles across the goal. It's a really good diving save and tips it around the post. That just reminds me, actually, was that in the first half as well?
Yeah. Wait, what?
The Bannon one. So
so
I
think that was just after it.
Yes, shortly after that. Bannon's about 45 yards out. He tried to do the old Richarlison, and the missus in the back,
but it wasn't
my beautiful missus in the back, she said it reminded her of the Richarlison strike. Although I think Bannon was actually further out, and he chips it towards goal, and Crocombe is struggling, backpedaling, and I think he tries to catch it, which was a mistake.
No, I'm not sure he did. I just think he was trying to get everything.
2 hands on it, and then but he puts it wide, and at that, you know, the best kind of 3 or 4 minutes from the only 3 or 4 minutes that Wednesday had in the first half. We had neat interchange, neat play, but we didn't really create enough. We didn't make the goalkeeper make enough saves, which is where it was disappointing. Going at half time, you know, you want some. I felt that Amaku actually looked quite lively. He beat the right back quite a few times, got beyond him, and one time it's a blatant penalty. He gets beyond the right back, and the right back just pulls him down inside the box. You're like, there's no reason for Amaku to go down. He's had to literally yank him down. The referee doesn't point. The referee doesn't point to the spot. Saying that, I think Sheffield Wednesday could have had a penalty in the second half. So these things in today's game kind of even itself out. I felt like we were on the receiving end of a few bad decisions early on, but then we got a couple of them late on. So for a change, I don't mind it. I don't mind the ref where they make equally as bad decisions for both sides. So like I said, a penalty could have been given. Like, second half came out, I felt we were on the ascendancy. We started really well, some great chances created. Again, it felt most of the time it was down the right side, getting to the touchline and then cutting it back. First one falls to Negley, who somehow puts it over the bar.
I don't even think that was the first one. I think there was a couple of chances before that one.
What, before the Negley one?
What, the one where he tried to curl it into the top corner?
No, that's the one. That's after the one I was talking about. Yeah, he does have the one where it's played along the. I think that was he was arriving there at the left side of the post and then curls it right over the bar.
Yeah.
Kundal had one where it's cut back and
he's literally 2 yards out.
Yeah, and it's hit him. It's kind of hit his shin, isn't it? And goes wide. What else was there?
Kundal had another one in the middle of the box where he just has to get a bit of contact on it,
and he hits it with the inside of his foot, with his right foot. It just didn't make any sense unless you're going to curl the ball round it. It was poor technique, and he literally shanked it. I think he come off his ankle and went wide. And like I said, it was chance after chance, and then a really good chance, and Ivanovic does really well to turn his player, but I felt he was definitely offside, coming from an offside position.
Yeah.
But he gets the ball, turns on it, takes a touch, puts it into the back of the net, and then the linesman puts his flag up. It was like Premier League football, so he waited for the action to take place, which doesn't make sense because there's no VAR. So why he didn't just put his flag up as soon as Ivanovic touched the ball? Because like I said, I felt like he was offside. And then, to be fair, like I said, that big chance, we nearly scored at one end, and Sheffield Wednesday literally go down the other end of the pitch, and the ball's played across the box. I think it was Bannon that played it wide. The ball's played across the box and falls to the player on the right side, and he's got to score. He absolutely has to score, and he's kind of hit it. He's hit it on the rise, and he's hit the underside of the bar and bounced out, and give us a massive. And I think that actually bounced out to one of their players, and they didn't take the second chance either. So there's no doubt that we got a little bit lucky in that situation, because they should have made it 1-0 to Sheffield Wednesday after the disallowed goal. And then after that, to be fair, it was just wave after wave after wave of Millwall attacks, just one chance after another. We then create 2 fantastic chances where one's cleared off the line. I think it was from, who was the one before Taylor? I think it might have been Ivanovic.
Might have been.
Where it's cleared off the line. The player on the line's done really well. The second time, the defender, it's gone to Taylor. Taylor's taken a touch and gone to poke it towards goal. The defender's not even looking. He's got his back to play, and somehow it hits his back and goes wide. And you do wonder at that stage, is it going to be our day? But Aziz comes on, and who else come on? So Aziz come on for Ballo, didn't he?
It was Aziz and Bangura Williams.
Bangura Williams. Yeah.
Finally, we've had a substitution that actually feels like it's lifted the crowd.
Yeah.
And as soon as the crowd get lifted, the players get lifted.
Yeah.
And every time Aziz got on the ball, I heard it from the commentators yesterday in Barcelona and Chelsea, where they were saying about Esteval, and every time he gets on the ball, the Chelsea crowd kind of lifts up and they're excited to see what he does. And it's very similar with Bangura Williams and Aziz. Every time they got on the ball, the Millwall fans think they can do
Something
something.
might happen, yeah.
Except from when Negley gets on the ball, they think, oh God, we're going to lose it.
Yeah, well, not necessarily we're going to lose it, but there's no expectations, and that's what flair players can do. And like I said, I thought Amaku, other than his end product, Amaku had a really good shot before we scored. That the keeper, actually, it might have been after the goal where the keeper's parried it, and it's just
Kramer also had a good one as well.
Just gone past Ivanovic. Yeah, Kramer done really. That was after the goal, but so the goal. Ball came out to the left to Alfie Doughty, who just kind of played a loop ball back into the box, and Aziz has climbed the highest and just kind of flicked it towards goal to put us 1-0 up. And it's relief, because like I said, overall we massively deserved it, but it felt like Sheffield Wednesday looked as though that they could put something together. And when it's 0-0 or even 1-0, you're always at the mercy of the footballing gods for a bit of magic or a mistake. And like you said, the Maku goal, Maku chance was really well saved. He parried it out, and it's just gone past Ivanovic. But ultimately, we kept them out reasonably easy. They didn't really have any chances. Nothing in injury time. It's 5 minutes of injury time.
No, we saw the game out really well.
Other than the penalty shout that they had.
That wasn't an injury time, though, was it?
No, but I think it was like 5 minutes from the end. But that was the only real danger that I can remember us being in. They kept doing things where they're passing out of play or they mistouched.
Yeah, they were poor.
And their work rate. That's I noticed when I watched the game against Sheffield United at the weekend, where a couple of times the midfield runners just did not track back, and you can't afford to do that. You need to keep, and that's where I think we were better today. We were more industrious. We worked hard, and we grinded out the result. And it's going to be like I said. Saturday against Pompey, we started the game with 8 first-team players out. Today, obviously, we had Cooper back, and who else come back? That's the only starter, wasn't it? But we had obviously Aziz that come on.
Yeah.
It's going to be a really difficult game. We're not expecting any more players back. I don't think Aziz will start against Southampton, who are absolutely flying at the moment. So we'll see what happens, but. We'll take 3 points are massive. Let's forget about the league table. The Championship league table is ridiculous, because we go from 4th, but
we have a game in hand.
Yeah, but we lose again. We lose the game on Saturday, and we're going to end up flipping 16th. I think there's like 4 points separating most of the teams in the league. So yeah, we'll see what happens on Saturday. So it's a really tough game against Southampton, and we're going to need to be a little bit more clinical if we're going to have anything out of the game. Who would you say was your man of the match?
It was out of 2 players, really. I thought, I didn't mention it on the way to the car, I thought Maku was really, really good. He had his man on toast every single time he took him on. And don't get me wrong, inside of Maku, a couple of the times he went to take him on and it got mixed up in his feet, but I thought him and Kramer were really, really good staying. And if you accumulated the amount of times they both got the ball into the box, it'd be probably 20 times.
Yeah, we should, But yeah, I agree. I thought Maku was good. I thought Doughty was pretty decent. Kramer, man of the match. Taylor, I was impressed with.
Yeah.
Bangura Williams looked a little bit lively, a little bit of a spark when he come on. Yeah. And Aziz is Aziz. He's just the best. He's our best player at the moment. There's no getting around him. So thank you very much. Nothing else you want to say?
No, nothing.
We'll leave it there then. Thank you very much for watching the Mill drive home. We're going down the A13 with all 3 points. Appreciate your support. Only one way we can end it. No one likes us.
We don't care.
Yes.